Hello, my beautiful Libra, and welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. My name is Helen, and I am so grateful that you are here with me looking into September 2024. So the way that we're going to be doing this reading is we are going to be looking at the general energy that you can expect in the month of September, then the challenge or block that you'll be facing, the positive that you will experience, and also the main lesson that you can learn in the month of September. And then we're going to be looking at the potential outcomes for all of these areas, and finally some advice to help you along. So yeah, this is going to be a quick little overview of what's to come, and hopefully it will give you a really nice base to work with, and give you a good feeling about being prepared for the month of September. Now, I am targeting this reading more so for Libra Sun and Libra Rising, but if you have your moon in Libra, then most likely there will be something that resonates for you here too. I do recommend watching all of the big three, so to say. So your moon, rising, and sun sign, all of these signs, if they are in different signs for you, I recommend watching them so that you could have the biggest sort of overview of, or the best, most comprehensive overview of what's to come, or what you can expect. But anyway, we're going to start off with some oracle cards first, looking at your energy and the energy that is surrounding you in the month of September. So let's see, what is your energy going to be like in the month of September 2024? Okay. Oh, okay, we have the love card, which is so apt for you, my beautiful love bugs. Okay, sorry, I'm just going to stick to Libra. Maybe you're not fond of nicknames. But anyway, let's look at the energy that is around you. What sort of energy is around you in the month of September? Okay, I feel like we got a reversal here. Yeah. So we have the key coming out in reverse. And yeah, let's get the cards for the general overview as well. And then we will talk about all of these energies more closely. Okay, wow. Libra, your reading is already super interesting. I that's all I'm going to say, but let's get right into it. So starting off with your energy, we have this love and relationship card. And what this is making me feel is that, you are just going to be in a sort of very, very like loving, very caring, very affectionate energy, especially if you are in a committed relationship. Then don't be surprised if you are much more in your feels than normal, even more so than normal, and just feeling very romantic, or feeling very affectionate. You may be craving that from your partner as well, or if you are not in a committed relationship, you just could be desiring a lot of attention, a lot of care, loving energy or support from your family, from your friends, from the people that are around you, the people that you love the most, maybe even your pets if you have them. You could be feeling extra like snuggly, or just really craving that loving, supportive, affectionate energy. Again, possibly wanting some TLC, wanting some quality alone time, again, whether with your partner or with yourself, just sort of being in this sweet, loving bubble. That's what I feel like. But now the interesting thing is the energy that is around you, and we got the key in reverse. And because it's coming out in reverse, it's making me feel like whoever is around you is feeling a bit lost, or, if this is not speaking about like a specific person or people around you, in your vicinity. This could just be the general energy that you are feeling around yourself, which could be prompting this sort of need for affection and love and security and all of these warm, fuzzy, snuggly feelings. Because this is making me feel of like someone feeling a bit lost, or feeling a bit like, you know, they don't really know, they don't have the clarity, they don't have the solution of what to do or where to go. So it is a bit like this, a bit of this like haziness, or a bit unsure is what this is making me feel. And now this is a completely different sort of energy. So this may not be resonating with all of you, but this is also making me feel like someone, you know, keeping something to themselves, or, you know, hiding something that they know, like a key piece of information, or some sort of knowledge that is vital, or that is very, very important. And it could be that, you know, the people around you are a bit secretive, or sort of holding that to themselves, keeping that to themselves, and not really sharing that with you. So I do want to clarify this card as well, because it is sort of, it's weird. It's not like bad. I don't want you to get alarmed or anything like that. It's not like someone is, I don't know, doing you dirty behind your back or something like that. That's not necessarily what I'm feeling. It just seems like something is like eluding you, or something is not really certain. But as I said, we will be looking into that in a second. So this confusion could be someone around you, that they are confused and feeling a bit like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Or this could be the energy that is surrounding you and affecting you, and making you feel like you really need that sort of love and attention and support. Now, looking at the energies in the month of September for you, the general energy is coming through as the bear. And this is making me feel like, you know, this card is talking about like strength and resilience, and sort of just believing in your own power. By the way, just a side note, if you can feel, if you can hear something on the background, then that's the rain, because it's really bad weather. And yeah, that's thunder, if you can hear it. I'm not sure if the microphone is picking it up, but if it is, that's what it is. So yeah, this bear card is basically saying that, you know, in the month of September, there could be a lot of like strength and resilience that is required, or you could possibly have the opportunity to really show your strengths, or to really offer that possibly to someone else, as I said, because if this confused energy is around you, then you may be the one who is like stepping up and offering some sort of support, some guidance, some protection to a loved one or someone around you. But this card also always makes me feel and think about like the most spiritual aspect of life, and especially like spirit guides and the spiritual team, you know, the sort of the spirits who are looking out for you. So whether this is the sort of energy that you are giving someone else and sort of stepping into yourself, you know, being this protector, being this guardian, being this sort of strength, source of strength for someone else, or whether this is sort of spiritual support around you, it feels like that is very, very significant energy for you in September. And you may actually sort of feel more so called to like get in touch with your spirituality more in the month of September. You may feel called to do some sort of like rituals, or you know, seek out your ancestors in some way, or connect to a more ethereal part of life. That could be something that really calls out to you in September as well. Now, we have the challenge or block that you are going to be facing in the month of September. And we have this winter card. And so what this is telling me is that most likely things are going to be somewhat quiet and somewhat still in the month of September, possibly somewhat slow and not very like fast moving, fast paced. Things could be really sluggish, or you could feel like, you know, as I said, things are just at a standstill, you know, nothing is really moving, nothing is really happening, or it just seems like things are taking a long time to come around or manifest or, you know, happen, that type of thing. And so because it's coming out as a challenge, and obviously with you being an air sign as well, I can imagine that, you know, it's not your favorite thing to be patient, to have to wait for things. But it seems like that's what is something that you're going to have to do here, to sort of accept that things are just sort of at a standstill, that they are what they are, and there is not too much like momentum and forward movement in the month of September. Again, this could be relating to you personally, or this could be relating to someone close to you that you care about and whose energy deeply affects your own as well. So just, you know, prepare yourself that there is going to be some waiting or some sort of slowing down or coming to a standstill, that type of energy. Now, the very interesting card here, and I don't want you to get alarmed because the image is somewhat provoking, but this is coming out as a positive, something positive that you are going to be experiencing in the month of September. And even though this is a picture or a card of like a car crash or some sort of accident, I actually feel like this is talking about either you like avoiding, being able to avoid some sort of, you know, metaphorical shit hitting the fan, or this could be speaking of some sort of thing that has been like weighing heavy on you, or that has been troubling you for some time, especially because of all of these storm clouds at the, you know, in the background here too. And that sort of annoying or heavily weighing energy or situation is coming to some sort of a head. Basically something being like thwarted or ended, and, you know, it feels like you were able to escape some sort of a negative or draining situation, or something that again has been causing you stress, or something that has been causing you worry. But it may be like sudden in the way that it comes about. It may be somewhat unexpected. But again, because this is a positive thing, it is happening for, you know, for you, for your good, for your highest good. I was about to say. And so, yeah. It seems like something is being like stopped or thwarted that you wanted to be stopped or thwarted, or something like that. And finally, we have the main lesson that you can learn in the month of September. And this is a really beautiful card here with these, I think they're called Chinese lanterns, are they? Anyway, this is a card of hope. So the main lesson for you in the month of September is that whatever is happening, again, you know, if this is confusing, if this is somewhat challenging, if this is testing you or you know, testing your nerves, it may be a really good opportunity for you to practice like patience and practice the faith in things ultimately working out for your benefit. So that's the lesson that you can learn here. Really having faith in the universe, and having faith in, again, your spiritual team, having faith in yourself, having faith in the people that you love, and just sort of really believing that ultimately everything is going to be okay. Things are going to be working out for you. And I feel like it's especially important here with this bear card. As I said, I feel like a hint of spirituality being very important or prevalent here. And so, yeah, that could be something that also sort of helps to restore your faith or belief in like things working out, even if in the material sense, you know, things are somewhat challenging potentially. Oh, actually, before we get to the potential outcomes, I do want to clarify. So I do want to clarify this key in reverse. If we could get some clarifiers for the key in reverse. Okay. Getting quite a lot of cards here, but wow, yeah. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Star, the Three of Wands, and the King of Wands. So Yeah, so with the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, we're getting a lot of fire energy here. So whoever is around you, whoever this energy is speaking of, could be a fire sign. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Did I say Aries, right? I said Aries. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. They don't have to be, but I'm just putting it out there. And this definitely feels like something sort of being held back here, especially with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This feels like, you know, not really sharing what is really being felt, something being held back. Also with the Knight of Wands in reverse, this feels very like unsure, very doubtful energy, being somewhat lost or directionless, because especially this is a card of Sagittarius and it's coming out in reverse. So this feels like, this feels like someone is really confused about what it is that they're supposed to do, or where it is that they're supposed to go. But they're not really, you know, sharing it, or they are trying to handle it themselves. But then we have the Star, the Three of Wands, and the King of Wands, and this feels a lot more hopeful, right? We have the Star card here, so this is symbolizing of, like, you know, things actually not being as hopeless as they may be, or as they may seem to this person. Is this focusing? This is a card of Aquarius, by the way, the Star card. Okay, why is this not, sorry, it's really bugging me here. It's not really wanting to focus. Anyway, we have the Star card here. And so this feels like, you know, there is hope actually here. And again, it sort of requires a bit of faith. And with the Three of Wands and the King of Wands, it seems like really like the answer here is to like ask for help, or to sort of branch out and involve someone else, especially because we have the King of Wands now, which is a card of Leo. But it just is a step up from the Knight of Wands that we got previously. So it does seem like there is someone who has a very good idea of like what to do. That could possibly be you. Again, if this is talking about someone else around you who is feeling a bit lost and feeling like they don't know what they're doing, they don't know what to do, they don't, you know, everything is kind of like a haze or confusion for them, then it seems like you could very well be the person who is going to, as I said, be like this helpful energy or supportive energy for them. Or if this is talking about this general energy around you, then it seems like the answer or the solution is going to be coming. It is going to be coming. And it, again, potentially, you know, especially if this is talking about like your spirituality or something like that, it could be you seeking some sort of answers like in a spiritual form, or simply seeking out some like mentor or someone you trust, someone who you look up to, and like a King of Wands person, and someone who you know, has the answers, has the experience, and can really give you some solid advice. But I definitely want to look at this crash as well. What is this positive energy that Libra is going to be experiencing in the month of September? Okay. Oh, yeah, we have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords coming out over here. So clearly this is some sort of a weird conflicting energy, or something that, again, like I feel like, especially with the Seven of Swords, this, you know, this is something that either has been ignored or has been someone has been trying to like escape the situation, whatever this is. But with the Five of Swords, it definitely feels like this is a challenging energy. As I said, it feels like this has been a stress for you, and possibly someone else as well if this has other people involved. But this has been a stressful situation, some sort of conflict, some sort of, you know, like a touchy subject, or some sort of sore spot. And because the Seven of Swords is here, it does seem like it has been something that you have either been trying to avoid, you have either been trying to brush under the carpet, or you have been trying to like just sort of dodge some way, like almost like pretend like it's not there, or run away from it somehow. But I do feel like it is coming to a head, whatever the situation is. And it is actually, as I said, it's a positive thing. So it is actually lessening the burden for you. It is making it easier for you to, you know, move on, essentially, to feel lighter as you move on. So yeah, this is definitely a blessing. But anyway, let's see what the outcome is of all of these energies. What is the potential outcome? Okay, so the Scorpion card is coming out as the potential outcome for your general energy. Now, what this is telling me is that there could very well be a situation sort of heating up a bit and actually coming to some sort of a bit of a dramatic head. Now, again, I don't want anyone to feel alarmed or, you know, scared or anything like that, because basically, you know, whether this is you or whether this is, I don't know. I'm not really feeling like it's anyone else. I'm mostly feeling like this is you. It just seems like, you know, you are going to be stepping into a position where you are really showing off your fierceness, like how fiercely protective you can be. Again, whether you need to stand up for yourself, whether you need to stand up for someone else. I will let that, you know, be something that you decide for yourself. But the Scorpion energy is basically saying that there is going to be some sort of a situation that will most likely become a bit heated, that may come, you know, that may become a bit like triggering, for lack of a better term. And so, you know, there may be some tensions rising up so that you will have to sort of really show off your fierceness, is like the best way that I can say this, or really stand your ground. And it may get a bit stingy, you know? So I feel like this is just a little bit of a warning, or just something for you to be mindful of as well, to really like pay attention to your words, because I feel like there is a bit of a danger here of, you know, like really hurting someone's feelings, or maybe being a bit too harsh with this protective energy. But anyway, it just seems like there is going to be a situation where you will have to like show off your strength, show off your protectiveness, your fierceness, and really like stand up for what you believe to be right, or what you really value. And yeah, or someone could be like being the aggressor in some way with the Scorpion as well, and sort of agitating you in that sense, or forcing you to have to like stand up for yourself, or something like that. So yeah, just be aware that that sort of energy is coming, where tensions could be rising up. But again, with the Bear energy here, I do feel like you are very well equipped to handle whatever this is. And again, whether you are the protector for someone else, or whether this is like spirit looking out for you, it seems like whatever the situation is, you have got it handled. Okay. Now we have the Vulture, which is the outcome for this challenging standstill energy. There could potentially be a bit of like festering that is happening, because as I said, it seems like you are most likely going to feel like a bit restless or a bit uncomfortable with this standstill slow energy, or things like not really moving along, or feeling like they are completely motionless. But essentially, the Vulture is actually speaking of like things being cleared out, especially like, you know, dead tissue, or things, I know it sounds disgusting, but you know, things that are not really serving us anymore, things that are supposed to be gotten rid of so that we could make room and space for new things, new growth. And so it seems like whatever this standstill energy is, it is actually leading up to something being cleared away, something being brought into balance, so that, you know, yeah, whatever has been sort of weighing you down, or whatever hasn't really been dealt with. So now you get the sort of the space and the time to really deal with it, or get rid of it, get rid of whatever needs to be gotten rid of. So there is this like clearing up energy that I feel like is happening, either like behind the scenes or very evidently for you. This could be also like something that you are doing internally. If this is not something that is happening around you, then this could be a sort of clearing up of like old feelings or some sort of old festering energy within you. But either way, it feels like this is something that is actually a really good opportunity to like clear house, basically. Now we also have this dragon card, and this is saying that, again, whatever this positive situation is that is coming, as I said, that is coming to a head, some sort of stressful thing, I feel like this is going to make you realize something or see something really, really clearly. Like actually be able to make sense of it, understand what it was all for, and possibly, again, it's, I don't know why, but I almost feel like wanting to take a deep breath and like exhale, you know, it feels like something really heavy is going to be lifted off of your shoulders, and it's going to, again, clear up so much like space and so much emotional capacity as well, I want to say. But the dragon card is also a card of the solar plexus chakra, where our personal power, our willpower, and our ego reside. And so it just seems like there is going to be a sort of revitalizing or something like recharging that is going to be happening as a result of whatever this stress thing is that is being cleared up for you. It seems to be, again, feeding you with more confidence or feeding you with more like self-belief, and again, the gumption or the, I don't know whether that's the right word, but anyway, it's going to be like giving you this sense of strength and resilience to like really stand up for yourself and voice what you need, and have more faith in yourself. It seems like an ego boost almost, whatever this thing is. So it's like it's simultaneously clearing something up for you, making it a lot more like evident why things happened the way that they did, or why whatever is sort of coming to a head, why it had to happen. So it's a lot of clarity and a lot of like personal power that is stemming from this situation. And finally, we have the crow, which is a very spiritual energy. So that's why it's kind of funny that, you know, I was talking about this bear energy feeling somewhat spiritual as well. And so it seems like this lesson that you can learn in the month of September that has to do with like, you know, having faith in things working out for you. I feel like where it could potentially lead is a place of like deep knowing and almost this deep connection to like your intuition or to some sort of a sixth sense, some sort of a psychic sense within you, where, you know, even if you are not necessarily like physically controlling things or managing things, it's almost like you understand, or you have some sort of higher wisdom that comes as a result of experiencing the universe sort of working for you, if that makes sense. Even if it is, again, somewhat like triggering or challenging in some way, or it could be, as I said, like really forcing you into or pushing you into this space of like needing to be strong, or needing to depict your strength, your resilience, even though it may possibly like push you into that space, or even push you, again, as I said, to like reconnect with your spirituality, or some sort of like esoteric practices, things like that. It feels like it is like strengthening some sort of spiritual sense in you as well, making it more easy for you in the future to trust in like things working out for you. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, to close the reading out, we are going to look at some advice as well. So let's see what sort of advice Spirit has for you. Okay, so this is too crazy. We actually have the Strength card coming out as the first advice card here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. So we have been talking about strength and resilience and protectiveness and all of that with the bear energy here. So I love that you actually got the strength card. Now it did come out in reverse, but I just wanted you to see what it was like, you know, upright. But this is a card of Leo. And as this is coming out in reverse, what this advice is making me think is that, you know, it's bringing me back to the Scorpion energy of like being mindful of not, you know, becoming a bit of not becoming too, you know, too strong, too forceful when it comes to this like protective energy or standing your ground and standing up for yourself or standing up for someone else. It feels like there is a bit of a thin line here of, you know, being the person to like stand up for what's right and, you know, becoming a bully or becoming maybe a bully is like a too strong of a word, but just like going over the line, right? Or going too far with something. And so I feel like that's what this advice is really saying, to just be mindful of like these deeper feelings, especially if there has been some sort of like rage or some sort of you know, feeling of like something has been unfair or not really, you know, if something has been done or said that wasn't, you know, that wasn't cool. And sorry, I couldn't think of a better word. So, you know, if there are some sort of these more heavy or more like agitated, more irritated emotions that you have been like struggling with internally or that are being brought up, then just be mindful of like not, you know, blowing a gasket, basically, not, you know, taking it over the top. We also have the High Priestess coming out. It also came out in reverse, but I'm just showing it to you upright. Now this is a card of the moon, but because it's coming out in reverse, the advice here is basically to let whatever wants to come to the surface. And this is really like a digging deep kind of card, because the High Priestess is all about like secrets and holding stuff to themselves, having that sort of information or knowledge and wisdom that is not easily accessed. Even though it's always there, it just takes a lot of work to like really dive deep and connect to that really, really profound wisdom or knowledge. And so because we're talking about, again, this sort of challenging aspect for you, right? These, again, with this vulture, it seems like there is something that needs to be cleared out, something that needs to be sort of dealt with, especially when things are sort of more quiet or things are not moving the way that you want them to move. Then I feel like the advice here is to really embrace that energy and to, again, just like allow whatever needs to surface to come to the surface and to deal with it, to actually look at it as well, because we have major arcana coming through here, right? So these are important energies. These have to do with some sort of deeper spiritual lessons that are at play here. And so it's no surprise that things are sort of working out the way that they are, and you are sort of given this opportunity to really sift through whatever needs to be sifted through. And so smoothly we get to the 10 of Swords. Now, obviously, again, we're talking about the positive that you are going to be experiencing in the month of September. Clearly, this is, you know, the 10 of Swords is never like an easy energy, so I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I feel like, again, as I said, whatever this thing is that is coming to a head, that is going to be stopped, it does seem like, you know, the advice here is to just allow it to happen. Because the 10 of Swords is ultimately a card of surrender, of needing to surrender to whatever is ending, whatever is being destroyed or being torn apart or thwarted or whatever. All of these different things, all of these different expressions, however this situation more clearly resonates for you. It seems like with the 10 of Swords, this is an ending that is definitely like definitely necessary, something that is overdue, right? With the 10 swords, this is like, it's a very dramatic depiction of the 10 of swords, but yeah, it basically feels like something is definitely done and over with, and it's necessary to clear it out and like say goodbye to whatever this is, and again to release yourself or relieve yourself from this burdensome energy that has been weighing you down, which obviously, you know, with the 10 of swords, this has been severely like affecting you, and possibly affecting your relationships, and possibly affecting all of the decisions that you are making. So this thing needs to go, and I feel like it's a very pivotal thing here in the month of September that is happening, and basically you're just being encouraged to allow it to happen. And finally, we have the 6 of Cups. So we are ending with a very sweet and a very innocent and a very lovely card here as advice for you to, you know, deal with this lesson of regaining hope and having faith in things. So basically, this is just a very like positive and trusting and loving way of looking at things, the 6 of Cups, because it is such a sweet and innocent and pure energy of just, you know, of the easier times, of better times, and of like gifts given and received. And so I feel like what this is basically saying is that the universe is really wanting to give you a gift. The universe is wanting to help you out. Like this is actually, again, coming from like a really good place to help you along, to get you to a more positive space. And so I feel like this is just encouraging you to tap into that more, again, that loving, right? That loving, that affectionate, that sweet and innocent energy of the inner child, of like believing things, believing that things work out, believing that, you know, dreams do come true, and the universe is looking out for us, and we are protected and we are held, and all of these amazing, really, really sweet feelings that come with the 6 of Cups. And so yeah, basically that's what you are encouraged to tap into and to ground yourself in whenever you feel like your faith is wavering. Yeah, I feel like your reading, as I said, is really interesting, my dear Libras, and I hope that it wasn't too like freaky or anything, but I have this feeling that if this reading sort of resonates for you, then you already can sort of tell what this is about, and you already have some sort of like inkling or knowing that whatever this stress or whatever this situation, this confusion or these like unspoken feelings and issues, that all of these, you know, everything that we have been talking about in this reading, I feel like all of these things are something that you already recognize and can already feel that are sort of building up to some sort of like climax. And so this should come as no surprise to you. If this doesn't make any sense, I mean, it could resonate on some level, most likely not as dramatically, but still I feel like it's something that you can sort of recognize for some reason, even though we're not in September yet. But yeah, hopefully this reading sort of gave you a sense of, you know, knowing or some sort of encouragement that the universe is actually working out for you. And I feel like things are going to be made a lot more easy and a lot more clear for you. But you sort of have to go through that haze and through that gunk first, whatever this is. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I don't really know how to end this reading, so I'm just gonna end it. I really appreciate you being here. Also, I think I forgot to say it, but happy birthday to all of my September Libras out there. I hope that you have an amazing month, and I would really appreciate it if you could let me know how this reading resonated, and you know, you can come back to it in the month of September as well and see what actually, you know, manifested for you and what didn't. And I would love to hear from you. So any thumbs up, any comments, all that type of thing, I would really appreciate it. And of course, you know, if you would subscribe to my channel, I would love that, so that I could do more of these readings for you and keep this channel going. But anyway, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in one of my next readings. Bye-bye.